welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you know, this is our Tuesday takeover, where we talk about not just 90 Day Fiancé, but a variety of different reality shows that we never get a chance to talk about during the week. But if you missed our Ultimatum recap, the Ultimatum on Netflix, you missed it yesterday, be sure to check that out here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're live on multiple platforms. TikTok, what's going on? We appreciate you all being here. Good morning to my mods. Good morning to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. We appreciate you guys. Be sure to like the video, tap your screens, whatever platform that you're on. Do what you need to do to support our channel. But when you like and tap, you're also supporting other channels that talk about some of these reality TV shows, because they'll start to show up on your algorithm, on other people's algorithms. So do those things, and we appreciate you in advance. But if this is your first time here, this is our Tuesday takeover. As I said before, this is where we talk about reality shows that we don't get an opportunity to get into. So before we get into 90 Day Fiancé and the blackfishing that's going on right here. Oh, do we have another fake situation? All right, before we get into 90 Day Fiancé, welcome. I'm your boy, TheKempire, and this is the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We dropped an exclusive video this morning talking about Ashley Darby and Michael Darby from the Real Housewives of Potomac. If you missed that, be sure to check out that video. Based on what we're hearing from our exclusive sources, that Michael and Ashley are legally separated and moving forward with a divorce. Allegedly. So if you missed out on that tea, be sure to check that out. I've already linked the video to the Kempire Daily YouTube chat. Okay. So that's not the only news that we have. I was literally just in the middle, as I'm on my Peloton, I'm on my fitness journey. On my Peloton, watching the Real Housewives of Johannesburg on Discovery Plus. They have not paid us yet. They have not given us a discount code. But I'm still watching my Discovery Plus, and I was watching the Real Housewives of Johannesburg Season 2 reunion. Am I the only one that felt like Season 2, it went from Season 1, and then Season 2 was kind of like, I didn't love Season 2 towards the end. I didn't love Season 2 towards the end. I'm not really loving the reunion, not loving really the reunion host. Brunette, I'm over her. I'm hearing she's coming back for a Season 3, but she's coming back in a reduced role. You can keep her where you found her. Not interested. Not interested. And no matter how we feel about Crystal and her being a Karen of all Karens, she understands the assignment when it comes to be a reality show villain. I could watch another season with her. I mean, word on the street, if you missed these last couple of Tuesday takeovers, she got beat up by Brunette and someone else from the cast. And that's why Season 3 has been delayed. But I do hear a Season 3 is coming. But we shall see. Anyways. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, okay. So, and this is I've talked about this before, how every platform has different audiences. You guys know that I'm on TikTok. If you're not following me on TikTok, everything's at TheKempire or at Kempire Daily. And I posted the story about this one. Where did I do that picture? Do I have that picture here? Oh, I do. I posted the story about this one. We recap Love and Marriage Huntsville every single week, every Sunday here on the channel. So I posted the video and I posted a story, but I did a short video and I posted the story about Destiny from Love and Marriage Huntsville receiving a PPP loan. This is public knowledge. But when I posted about this, and I even posted the video on my TikTok, I posted the video on my TikTok with captions. Okay, why am I screaming? With captions. And people were like, she said, and not alone. And not that alone. Not that alone. At one point, someone in the comments said, y'all must be hooked on phonics because she says not that alone. Then you can't read. If we are hooked on phonics, what does that make you when there are captions under what she's saying? But she wasn't the only person that heard that. She said, and not that alone. Why are you defending someone y'all don't know? And we're not saying there's anything wrong with getting a PPP loan. There's nothing wrong with that. We know billionaires that got PPP loans. Word on the street, Marceau got a PPP loan. He got two PPP. I can't even say it. 2 PPP loans. There's nothing wrong with that. There were a lot of businesses that needed it so they could pay their employees during the pandemic. There's nothing wrong with that. No one's saying anything's wrong with that. What we're saying is that Destiny is a liar. A liar. You know, I had to bring up the picture, right? Okay, so wait, first of all, Maurice, in this conversation with Maurice, he's trying to help her with her business situation. He says, when you say public assistance, like PPP and she says, no, not public assistance. No. She says, no, not alone. Not that alone. But trust and believe, Destiny's going to use that as her wording for the reunion when she's asked about this. No, I said not that alone. Girl, I don't understand why she wouldn't own up to getting a PPP loan. But she said everything. And because my thing is, if you received a PPP loan, that's fine. But if you keep saying that I receive public assistance and someone brings up to you, Maurice says to you, did you get a PPP loan? And you say, no, not a loan. You could have said, well, I did receive a PPP loan for my business, but personally, I didn't get a loan or anything like that. I mean, we're catching a lot of lies with Destiny. We're catching a lot of lies with Destiny. We're going to continue to follow this story, but I wanted to clarify for those of you that were like, no, she said not that alone. And not you guys on YouTube. My TikTok streets. A bunch of you were like, she said not that alone. There are captions. There are literally captions. It just reminds you that people really do not pay attention. They hear what they want to hear. Anyways, guys, if you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday Takeover where I cover a variety of different reality shows. We were just talking a little bit about a story that we did yesterday about Destiny from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Be sure to check out that video from yesterday if you missed it so you can hear the full story. Let's move on because there's some more information that we need to talk about. Oh wait, I didn't pull up a picture. Hold on, y'all. I want to pull up a picture first. Whew. Let me pull this picture up because it's important that I pull this picture up because this girl is working my last nerve. I don't even want to report on her anymore because it's like, girl, you're no longer on the show. You literally hightailed it out of the 90-Day Fiancé before the 90 Days reunion. Yes, people have been questioning the paternity of her child, including Hamza's family, allegedly. Based on text messages that leaked, we saw text messages. Guys, if you missed any of these stories, I did report a couple of stories on Memphis from 90-Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Yes, I did. I had to, though, because we didn't get any sort of resolution with her story during this tell-all. Samara, I appreciate you. She says, who do I need to fight on TikTok? Who coming at? I mean, I really don't care. You know, a lot of people come at me in the comment section. I'm too busy to even care or to even read. I really try to get into the comments and respond to the positive or even constructive criticism in the comment section. But no, we don't need that. Here's our update on Memphis. Lord have mercy. Oh God. This one. Look, this one. As you know, Memphis, we were familiar with her. She went to Tunisia. Look, I don't want to talk about the story. Well, over the weekend, I did a couple of reports on Memphis. And one of the reports was Hamza's sister coming out and calling her a liar. All right. And we're like, what is she lying about? There were also messages and text messages from alleged Hamza family members that are questioning the paternity of the child. You know, a lot of us, we did a whole video talking about, well, she got pregnant. We heard before she revealed it on the show, we heard she had gotten pregnant and had a baby. But a lot of people questioned it because she was only there for 2 weeks. She got pregnant. Is that why she wanted to have sex with him immediately? I don't know. Well, one of my fellow YouTubers actually asked her for a cameo and asked her that question. And in the cameo, she responds and is like, it's very rude to ask a woman the paternity of her child. I'm paraphrasing. She doesn't answer the question. But that is a resounding question that continues to happen, that continues to happen on social media. Honestly, I don't even care who's the father of the child. At the end of the day, you're the one taking care of it. Okay, I could care less. It's the lying for me. And then you trying to bring out your own receipts. So she decided yesterday to post her own receipts on social media. Okay, she decided to post her own receipts. This is her receipt, y'all. So Memphis from 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days took to social media yesterday and posted this. Grand Rising. I hate when people say that. No shade to anyone that uses it, but every time someone says Grand Rising, I'm like, oh, okay, fake woke. Anyways, Grand Rising. For my supporters, I just wanted to give you this. Hamza stated, I was in Tunisia from January 7th to February 3rd, so almost a month, right? Well, check out the conception of an October baby. Love you guys. So if you look, an October baby, conception would probably be around January 7th to February 6th. I just wonder why she feels the need to do this on social media. Why? I mean, all well and purposes. Dasha says, what in the hell is Grand Rising? Jim says she would say Grand Rising. All right, so y'all we see each other. So this is her proof. This is a nurse practitioner. Okay, this is a nurse practitioner. This is her proof that this is Hamza's baby. All right. Global Patient says, I need a one-on-one interview with her. You personally, because I'm not doing it. I don't know if I could stand her voice long enough to oh, damn, sorry. Gloria says, it sounds like a church phrase, Grand Rising. I don't even hear church people say Grand Rising. It's usually the fake woke people. All right. I don't want to check. It's all right. Sasuke says, I wouldn't let Memphis change my bedpan. I just don't understand like you came on this show. Rumor on the street is that Memphis is filming Happily Ever After. Producers, we don't care. We don't care at this point. All of this tomfoolery that she's doing on social media. Girl, if you know that Hamza's the father, you need to go talk with Hamza's family, okay? You need to do a DNA test and show them the proof. Here's the DNA test. You are the father based off of this, not based off of some chart. Okay, this is estimated, okay? I'm done with Memphis, y'all. I just had to this is where we talk about some news that we don't get to talk about anywhere else. Speaking of which, as you know, Andy Cohen in a new Variety interview revealed that they are going to reboot the Real Housewives of New York, and they're going to launch a new show called Real Housewives of New York, either Legacy or Throwback. They haven't decided. And there have been all kinds of rumors of, oh, this person's going to be asked for the Legacy. Guys, reading is fundamental. He literally said in this interview, their focus right now is the reboot. It's not even Legacy. I don't think there's even a conversation about Legacy happening right now. They're trying to cast RHONY the Reboot. All right. And RHONY casting on social media, which has been a reliable source in regards to the RHONY news, because there's been so much RHONY news in the last year or two, and all of it's come out to be false. The only legitimate news that we've gotten was that casting for that was all over the place and nothing was happening. And that was according to my sources. So now their casting is talking about when they're going to start filming the Real Housewives of New York reboot. Okay. And they're answering questions on social media. Okay. So they're saying this. They said in a question and answer session on Instagram. Someone asked, when can we expect RHONY to air? The person says 2023. But before they asked that, they were asking about when are they going to start filming? The person says, when can we expect RHONY to film? RHONY Casting responded, back on the old schedule, fall. And a lot of you were upset that you thought RHONY was going to be pushed back, and it would be pushed off the schedule that it was. But because it's been pushed back so long, they've actually fallen back into the schedule that RHONY normally would film in. No word on an actual cast, but RHONY Casting has been in contact with multiple people. Okay. And there were people being selected for this new cast. Not sure if they're still being considered. I'm sure that they are, because casting is such a hard thing to do. So I wouldn't be surprised if they are considering some of the people that they originally had and maybe their friend groups. I don't think Ramona, Luann, even Sonia will be coming back. As you know, Ebony K. Williams did a recent interview on Carlos King's podcast, and she revealed in that podcast that none of the ladies except Sonia Morgan were willing to come to the table and have a conversation about what the cast would look like with her being a part of it. She said no one except Sonia Morgan. They did not want Ebony K. Williams to come back for another season. And because of that, that whole situation in New York fell apart. And that was part of the problem, reportedly, that Bravo was having, along with your feelings about Ramona coming back for a possible season. So much so, Bravo took the chicken-ish out way of getting out of this whole situation by just rebooting the entire thing instead of actually firing certain people. But we've been asking for a reboot for multiple cities. So here we are. We're getting a reboot. Not sure what this reboot's going to look like. I'm not that interested in a legacy situation because the people that we want to return to legacy probably won't return. Bethany, just saying. All right. What other reality show that I for everyone that's been asking about this? Real Housewives of Lagos. Yes, it's not available here in the States. I do know a couple of the episodes that have already aired. You can find them on YouTube. They're not the greatest quality until I'm able to get a good quality, because I want to look at the property. I want to look at the outfits. I don't want to look at the last time I watched bootlegs was probably the 90s. Okay. I don't want to watch a bootleg YouTube video. I don't. I want to watch this in HD. So until I'm able to watch it in HD and all of us more of our audience can watch it here in the States in HD, that's when we will recap Real Housewives of Lagos. All right. But I am going to get into Durban. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday Takeover where we talk about some of your favorite reality shows. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel here and subscribe to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. That's where you're going to get a video version of our podcast, Kempire Radio. A new episode came out over the weekend. For more details, head on over to KempireRadio.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the other channel. All right. Exactly. Nicole's like, Discovery, bring Lagos to the app. But mind you, they just brought those international housewives after those housewives have been on for a few years. So I don't know the possibility of us getting Lagos that quickly. But you never know. You never know. The world is moving in the world of streaming, not, traditional cable. All right. Was there any other reality shows that I want? Oh, yes, I did want to let you guys know. I am still watching. I'm almost done and caught up with the Real Housewives of Miami. But Real Housewives of Miami season 5 have started filming. And all the ladies are back, including we're starting to see a couple of new faces that will be featured. And I told you last week, I want to see the mayor of Miami, Leah Black, come back, because I feel like that would really shake up the cast. The current cast I like, but there needs to be a little bit of a shakeup. There needs to be someone that's going to shake Marisol. I love me some Marisol, but we need that will break up any sort of monotony. We don't want to get bored with this season, but we shall see. Maybe these new people that they're bringing on will shake them up. They were filming most recently. I believe they were having some sort of reception. As you know, Alexia, she eloped, but I'm sure this season they're going to do a special party for filming and things like that. So we're seeing stuff like that. All right. All right. Let's get to this hot mess. So last night we were on TikTok and we watched 90 Day Fiancé season 9 together. This is the mothership of the franchise. 90 Day Fiancé season 9 is here. We have pretty much a whole new cast. We have a whole new cast. However, of course, these folks are coming back. Oh God. I mean, look, I'm saying I'm breathing heavy. At the same time, I'm the one who advocated for them to come back. Benny is here in the States. Okay. We didn't see them in the premiere episode, but we already knew that he was here in the States. As you know, his ex-wife and his first child is here in the States. So I'm sure we haven't seen any previews of him meeting that other child. All we saw previews of him fighting, Ariella getting splashed in the face with wine from his sisters. Honestly, I'm here for that. Because so much of Ariella throughout the last few years of seeing her on the show, I'm sure a lot of us wanted to splash her in the face with something. I cannot forget the minute her mom left Ethiopia and she was sitting alone with him. She's like, I don't want to be alone with you. And I was like, where did this come from? Where did this come from? So I've been over Ariella for a very long time. However, I do want to see how this will play out this season. Producers, if we're not getting a scene with his first wife and his other child, then this was a waste. I don't care about Benny going to fight in some boxing match. I don't care about that. So why was that in the preview? All right. Anger management today. Oh, but let's talk about, we have a whole new cast. But we have to talk about the obvious. So people are calling out some of the couples, okay, already. But we're going to start with this couple. First of all, I'm still learning the names. So let me just get the names and the ages, because a lot of you don't believe the ages either. So this is Jibri. He's from South Dakota. And this is Miona. She's from Serbia. Okay. They met through a mutual friend. He's been to Serbia multiple times. People are questioning the timeline of the situation because they're saying that he said during the episode that they met during the pandemic. However, there's receipts online that they've been a couple since 2008. Well, when we were watching it together on TikTok and he was showing us his music, because he's a musician, what in the name of Soulja Boy? I was like, is he using this to promote his music? Well, that's not the only thing this couple is being accused of, okay? This couple, well, not this couple, Miona, or Mina, whatever you want to call her, I don't care. She's 23? Okay. Oh, sorry. These are the live reactions that you guys are getting, okay? So, they're saying that she's blackfishing. She's over tanning. This allegedly is her. This is her, what she originally looked like. Look. Okay. I mean, besides the blackfishing, I really didn't like her on the show. I appreciate her being upfront with Jibri. I actually think Jibri is nice. I think he's a nice guy. Is he realistic? He's all over the place. Is he using the show to promote his music? Yes. Is the music good? Miona does not want to move to South Dakota. Beautiful state. Shout out to those that live in South Dakota. But he also talks about the struggles of being biracial in South Dakota. He says that there's not a lot of Black people there. Miona does not want to move to South Dakota. She wants to move to LA or New York, which I don't blame her. And she's being very upfront with him about it. But he's like, well, we need to save money. We need to figure that out before we're able to move to one of these big cities. It's very expensive. But he's currently living with his mom, who is her name Mahala? Mahala, right? She's biracial. And I already get the energy from her to see. I know a lot of you are looking forward to seeing Miona and his mom go at it, because the mom is already saying, like, I don't want her up in this house dressing like the way she dresses on Instagram. And immediately I thought she's saying that because she doesn't want her husband seeing all that around the house. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Mama is a therapist. I like the mom's energy. I actually do like Jibri. I like him too. I think he's cute. I think he is interesting. I don't know if this is a real relationship or if they're telling us the complete truth. But here we are. Exactly. Melissa says, her house, her rules. Out of respect. I mean, you want to live with her. But he's trying to defend Miona. He's trying to defend it, like, oh, that's just how she is. She doesn't, that's how she just dresses on Instagram. But the mom's trying to lay down the ground rules before this woman comes into our house. I don't blame her. Let me take a sip. Amy says he needs a stylist. That's his own unique. I honestly, first of all, he's black in South Dakota, but he has all these tattoos. He has bright hair. He dresses with bright colors. I was like, way to stand out. Look, way to stand out. But he's about to. Honestly, here's the thing. Look, here's the thing. I feel like if you are trying to bring someone here on the K-1 visa, that's expensive enough. But doesn't the mom have to probably sign off on this visa as well? Isn't she has to be like a co-signer on this visa because he doesn't have his own home? Look, we're K-1 visa experts at this point, watching this show for so long. They haven't talked about that yet, but I'm just thinking, like, well, if you don't have a job that we know of, besides being an artist, you have to be able to prove all of these things in order to bring her here. So the mom maybe the mom and dad had to sign off on this. But my thing is if you're not able to do that, as the parent, I would have been like, no, we're not doing this. You can't sit here and tell me that you're able to marry someone and you can't support them. And when you sign off on those K-1 visa documents, you're signing up for at least 10 years of supporting them. They can't go on public assistance like Destiny from Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I'm trying to make it make sense to me. But like I said, there are a lot of people on social media calling out Jibri and Miona for lies that they're telling on social media, that they met during the pandemic, that they have, that this is not it's a real relationship, but they've been together a lot longer than they're saying on the show. Okay. I'm going to watch. I found them interesting enough to watch because he calls her at one point and she's, telling him, I don't want to live in South Dakota. She's telling him this before she even gets there. I don't want to live in South Dakota, not for 6 months, not for 12 months. I don't want to live in South Dakota. I want to live in LA. I'm telling you. So if she shows up, she's showing up with the intention of, okay, I'll fly into South Dakota, but I'm not staying there. So we haven't met all of the couples yet. We haven't met all the couples. There's still, I think, like three more couples that we have not met. I want to go by the couples that we are not that interested in. I didn't mean to start with Jibri and Miona, but here we are. Let me bring up. No, I don't bring him up yet. I got a crush. Look. I got a crush. I was telling you guys on TikTok last night when we were watching this together. I was saying, see, I can't go to DR because I will be on 90 Day Fiancé if I go to DR. I will be on 90 Day Fiancé if I go to DR, y'all. First of all, he's not from the Dominican Republic, Guillermo. He is from Venezuela. If you know anything about what's going on in Venezuela, They talk about it a little bit during this episode, which I appreciate. I appreciate them really letting people know if they didn't know what the political unrest that's going on in Venezuela. He says he almost died, and that's part of the reason why he left and went to the Dominican Republic, and that's where he met Kara. You guys are so bad and saying that you don't believe that Kara's 29 years old. You guys are so mean. My TikTok fam, not you guys. My TikTok fam last night, 29 allegedly. Y'all are terrible. I think she's beautiful. I think they're actually a really good looking couple. And I actually believe that they're in love. They talk about their romance, how he proposed. He's very young. She's 29. He's 23, allegedly. Because you guys don't believe he's 23 either. He looks a lot younger. I like them. I feel like this is a real relationship. I actually seen this relationship working out. Go figure on 90 Day Fiancé. But this is how the producers pull us in. They give us this beautiful story in the beginning. By episode 7, we're like, oh my God, he's a narcissist. Oh my God, he's going to... This is how they do. This is how they do us, y'all. They set us up to believe that this is real love. But I think they're a really cute couple. She's controlling as hell, though. She is very controlling. She comes across like his mama, because she's like, I'm going to fly to DR and help you because his passport is expired, even though there's a deal between the United States and Venezuela where people are able to travel to the United States. But she's like, let me come to DR. Let me make sure you have everything that you need. Some relationships, I know a lot of people are like, oh, she sounds controlling. Some relationships might be yours where your partner is the one that takes care of all of those things. Some of those relationships do work. And some partners are okay with it. I mean, I don't know if I would be okay with it. I would. Look, I'm always talking about how I need a Virgo in my life to kind of help me organize certain things, but I'm fairly responsible. You know what I mean? I'm fairly responsible. I wouldn't really need someone to do that for me. I wouldn't mind it though, especially if they're good at it. And it doesn't seem like he minds her being controlling and so involved. But that's just episode 1. I think they're a very cute couple. I love that they show all of these Instagram photos of them, and I was like, I need to up my Instagram game with the photos. Kativa says hi from the DR. Please come. I have never been to the D. Made it Asia, say the sound for Bilal. Oh, I need to create a whole new sound for Bilal. We will talk about Bilal in a second. But I actually think that this couple will make it. I actually like them together. I mean, I would like him more for me, but he's very young. He's even young for me. I'm sorry. No. That's very young. Look, we were just talking about the ultimatum and we were talking about being in your 20s. When you're in your 20s, you should be out dating and not locking yourself down in a relationship, but it can work. I'm not saying that it can't work if you decide to lock yourself down in your 20s. Foxy says, I miss Jasmine and Gina already. Just wait, though. Just wait. Just wait. We shall see. Because I think we have a Jasmine situation with Miona in Serbia. We shall see. All right, we'll move on. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday Takeover where we talk about a variety of reality shows, including the new season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé. If you're part of the replay crew, I want to know your thoughts on this new season, on some of the other reality TV shows that we were talking about, and if there's other reality shows that I should get into and talk about. All right, I already got it. I already have a long list. Okay? Just give me some time. Kativa says he looks way younger. He definitely looks younger. Glow says he's the same age as me. Oh. Kativa says there's all sorts of spoilers on YouTube. Don't read the comments. Yeah, I'm not even. You're right. Oh, Glow says I'm Panamanian like Jasmine. Are you all like Jasmine though? Thank you so much, J and J. All right, back to this. So there are other couples that we haven't met yet, like Yvette and Mohammed. We saw a preview. I think next week we'll meet them. Then we have Patrick and his fiance. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. Thais, maybe? We're going to meet them next week. And of course, we'll meet, we already know Ariella and Benny. All right. Who else did before I move on to who I really want to talk about? Oh, yes. I forgot them. I'm a little worried for Kobe, or as we were calling him and the baby in the chat, COVID, because it sounded like when the family was talking about Kobe, they were saying COVID. And we had a good laugh. So this couple met in China. They met in China. He's from Cameroon, but he was in China because he was an underwear model. I don't like this look on him. He looked so much better back in the day when they met. I don't like how he looks here. It's like he's been in where is she from? Where's she in Utah? I forgot where she lives. But she lives in this horse town where there really are not a lot of Black people. And then I was getting Get Out vibes from the dad. I mean, it's his daughter. He has to protect his daughter. But I was just like, why are you assuming so many things about this man? And I feel bad for Kobe because I think a lot of people that maybe fell in love over the pandemic and they had long distance relationships can relate to their story. Because Kobe and Emily met in China. She got pregnant while she was in China. He proposed to her before she got pregnant, allegedly. I don't know. That's the way that they spun it on the show. And they got separated because of the pandemic. So she gave birth in the United States and he hadn't seen his child for 2 years. He had not been physically with his child in 2 years. So she applied for the K-1 visa and he is going to come to her town. Okay. Oh, she lives in Kansas. Thank you. I couldn't remember. Oh, Acme says, I'm like 3 hours from Emily. It's Get Out over there. Uh-oh. See, this is why. So our vibe was right. We were all worried last night watching. And we're like, oh, God. First of all, we saw the father going in about he doesn't sound very responsible. He opened a business in Cameroon, but he's now coming here. You don't know how he runs his business. Look how he runs his business. There are plenty of people that live in the States but have businesses abroad. It's probably smart business sense. You don't know the people that he has working for him. At least he started a business. The father found out. He's like, oh, so he's coming here and I'm taking care of everyone for the next 6 months. Uh-huh. But don't be mad at Kobe. Be mad at your daughter. But the daughter does like some chocolate because I'm sure this is not the first time the family has dealt with her dating outside her race. But I feel for Kobe. I'm like, damn, Kobe, y'all got to get out of Kansas. I can see them moving, not maybe too far from the family, but somewhere that's a little bit more mixed. I'm not sure how far they would have to go to do that, but we should see about Kobe. We'll see how he acts when he moves to Kansas. The babies are cutie patootie. COVID. Every time the father said it though, or the mom said it, you were like, did they say COVID? Not, someone during the pandemic named their child COVID. Someone did. Yeah, they're gonna have to move out of state. All right, let's get to who we really want to talk about. Let's get to who we really want to talk about. This is Shaida. I'm still learning the names, y'all. This is Shaida, and this is Bilal. At first, I was like, okay, Bilal, all right. I loved his home. I loved the outside of his home, the inside of his home. He was driving a really nice car. He's definitely OCD. We saw him, have some, as he's going through his house, trying to move things. He kept on moving the chess pieces. I'm like, why he keeps moving the chess pieces? His sister comes to visit from Atlanta to help him, welcome Shaida. Shaida is from Trinidad and Tobago. Shaida has her own yoga business. We also get to meet his ex-wife because he's a real estate agent. So he was helping his ex-wife find a new home. But even the ex-wife was basically saying he's very particular. He has a very specific personality. But they're co-parenting very well. They've been divorced, I think, 10 years. I believe she's remarried. So we're warming up to Bilal. Okay, he's Muslim, so he says that he's very religious. So hence why I think that's why he also connected with Shaida. Shaida looks very much like she's a cousin of his ex-wife. So he has a type. I believe he's been 7 years single, actually. I believe he was 7 years single, according to the sister. So the sister comes, and I think she's going to be the voice of reason. She and Bilal get emotional at one point because she's like, I don't want anyone to hurt you, and you've been through a lot. And I'm thinking to myself, But then she starts with the reindeer games because first of all, every time he speaks with Shaida on FaceTime, he goes to a corner in his house where he has a blank background because he doesn't want her to see the fabulous life that he's living in. What state does he live in again? I forgot. Oh, wait, I have it right here in front of me. Never mind. I have it right here in front of me. Oh, my goodness. He lives in Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. His house, and I know it's a big city, Kansas City, but I live in New York. So if I move to Kansas City with the same amount of money that I have or the same value of my house, I could get a house very much like Bilal. So Bilal swears that he's balling, and it's a really nice house. But he also doesn't want her to want him for his money. And we get it. Okay. But she's never seen the house. Every time he goes on FaceTime with her, he has a blank background. So she's never seen a chair. She hasn't seen a piece of artwork on the wall. She hasn't seen a window. She hasn't seen the neighborhood. She hasn't seen his car. I don't know if I would be leaving my country to come meet him, and I've never seen where you live. Okay, Tarnika. Tarnika's like, give him some credit. Give him some credit. He's kind of accomplished. No, he is. And if you were watching with us on TikTok, I was like, that's good for him. He's doing very well for himself. But the fact that he's sitting there making it seem like this woman, because she's from Trinidad and Tobago, that she is out for money. Let me tell you something. I won't talk about Trinidad. I'll talk about Jamaica. There are people over in Jamaica that have bigger homes than you, Bilal. But maybe he knows her financial situation more. I know she has her own business. She seems to be doing okay for herself. Is she rich? I don't know. But I didn't think that she was a money grubber. And if that's what you think of her and you're willing to bring her here, like it's not making sense. Wouldn't you already kind of gotten that from her personality from interacting with her, even though you were only with her for 7 days when you went to Trinidad? Why would you bring someone like that over here if you were concerned? So fast forward to the end of this episode, and his sister's there, and they're preparing her welcome situation, and he's like, "Oh, but we're gonna test her." Test her. He's not going to pick her up in his Mercedes. He's going to pick her up in a white van and bring her to his old house that's dilapidated, needs some renovations, to test her. They're going to spend a night there. First of all, you ain't picking me up in a white van. Look, we've only been around together for 7 days. You picking me up in a white van? Not just like a regular hoopty or a rented car. You're picking me up in a white van. So when I land from my home country to be with a man I kind of know, you're picking me up in a white van. If I was her family, I would have been concerned. Him, I pick you up in a white van? You know the family. Right? We know what a white van is. Jason, ain't no way. Right? Kidnap. You know her family were probably saying that. When she called them and she was like, oh, he picked me up in a white van. I don't know where. We're in this house. We're in this house right now. And it look like it fall apart. Look, me not used to this, you know. Me not used to this. Because she thinks, oh, she's coming from a third world island. If you have not gone to Trinidad and Tobago, if you've not gone to Jamaica, there are people living very lovely. You know she was on the phone with her family. Like, what the? I want to see what exactly stranger danger. TT says stranger danger. I was like, the white van is what sent me. Okay, the dilapidated house. Look, I wouldn't judge him either. I wouldn't judge him on a dilapidated house. Would I feel comfortable? Probably not. I'd be like, oh, yeah, we got to figure something out. Kendall says, no, sir. Jay says, Trinidad is fine. I just didn't. So here's my other issue. The sisters going along with these reindeer games. If it was my friend, if it was my brother or sister, I'd be like, why are you doing this? If you have to do this to prove something, that says to me that you don't trust her and this is not someone you should marry. Why are you doing this, Bilal? But no, the sister's like, yes, let's do it. Let's pick her up in a white van. It's the white van part for me. Never mind the house. You're going to pull up to the airport in a white van? I'd be like, I think I'm going to stay at a hotel. I can't wait to see her reaction. Based off the previews, it does seem like she's like, what is happening? What is happening? I want to be, look, you're home. I want him to show her where that white wall, because if it was me, I'd be like, okay, so when you're calling me on FaceTime, where's that white wall? Because I didn't see any of those white walls in the house that we saw. But this is his test. So already I'm looking at this man like he is from another planet. Where's my picture of this man? Oh, here it is. At first I was like, you know what? Good for him. Good for him. I mean, look, there are a lot of people with OCD and, you know, that are very particular. And I was like, all right. I mean, nothing. It was the final scene where he's like, we're going to test her. We're going to bring her to this old house. I'm going to pick her up in a white van. And I want to see how she reacts. And he wants to say, oh, it's a joke. No, you're testing her. You're testing Shaida. Shaida. And there were people in our TikTok chat. There's like, he says that he's a religious man and being a part of the Muslim culture, and I'm not. This is what people were saying in my TikTok chat. Is that you're supposed to take care of your wife and family. And his behavior is showing the opposite. And he said that he's a religious man. I don't know if that's true. If you're Muslim, you can chime in and let me know in the comment section. But for him to sit there and think that I would have been turned off by that. You felt the need to test me. What was I giving you gold digger vibes at some point? And y'all already know I'm bougie. I wouldn't want to live in that dilapidated house. But I would if I was in love finally, but we would be working hard to get out of there. I'm just kind of wondering why she didn't get, or did she ask more questions? Like, oh, so what kind of neighborhood do you live in? And it's not like she can't go on Google Maps and see it herself unless she didn't have his address, which I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't have his address. You can go on Google Maps and look at people's houses. I'm not encouraging it. I'm just saying you can in this day and age. So she could have seen his neighborhood. Exactly. Dasha says, exactly, Kempire. She has a yoga business. So what are these tests for? Even if she wasn't working, this is your fiance and you should take care of her. And if you're considering marrying her, there has to be a level of trust. And if there's no trust and you think she just wants you for your money, that's not someone you should marry. That's not someone you should marry. That's not someone you should be with. But look, we haven't met Shaida yet. We only got a brief conversation with her. She's 37 years old, so she's grown. She's grown. The sister questioning and saying that there are red flags because she's been engaged twice but never married. This is not the ultimatum. This is not 1950. There are a lot of women, specifically Black women, that may marry later in life. So that to me wasn't a red flag. Was that a red flag to anyone? So her saying that, I was like, that's not a red flag. But she also wants to have kids. So her biological clock is ticking. He's making it seem like he doesn't want to have kids. He says it's not a complete no, but it's not a complete yes. Well, she needs to figure that out before she says I do. Because he seems a little off. And look, if you were watching with us last night, I was giving him props. I said, you know what? Good for him. I love the house. You know, we love to look at property. And then they unpacked his story, and I was just like, Jenna, thank you so much for the super chat. Jenna says he brought her to the trap house with a trap van. It really did look like a trap house. But I don't know. Do they got trap houses in Kansas City? Oh, my goodness. Kendall says, he's the damn red flag. He's the damn red flag. The one and only says, in the Muslim culture, you should get married young and start a family. Okay, so maybe that's why the sister's questioning the fact that she hasn't been married, but she's been engaged twice. Okay. I mean, look, I don't think it was a major red flag. I don't think it was a major red flag. If anything, he has a lot of major red flags. He's been single for how long? I mean, if you want to talk about red flags, just saying. All right. Dasha says he's making the big deal about his money more than anyone else. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. K-Baby says, even his ex-wife said she wasn't surprised it took him so long to find someone. Red flag. Yeah, because even she was like, he's not, he's probably not a bad guy, but he's probably a lot to deal with. The Steve Harvey suit is a red flag. Come on. May, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you all for being here. This is our Tuesday takeover. Don't forget, this happens every Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Tonight, we will be doing our Real Housewives of New Jersey watch party exclusively on the Kempire Daily TikTok. So be sure to follow us there if you haven't already. That's Kempire Daily, not the Kempire, which we're live on right now. Thank you so much for the rose and the gifts and the taps of the screen, y'all on TikTok. We'll be there later tonight, probably 9:15 p.m. Eastern for our Real Housewives of New Jersey watch party. That's what we do on TikTok. And then, of course, tomorrow, same time, same place, we will be doing our Real Housewives of New Jersey recap. So stay tuned for that. I appreciate you all being here for the conversation on the reality TV news. Replay crew, I want to know your thoughts on this new season of 90 Day Fiancé. I also want to know your thoughts on some of the other reality TV news that we spoke about a little bit earlier. Thank you all for being here. I will see you guys in the next video. Be sure to check out my exclusive video talking about Ashley Darby from the Real Housewives of Potomac legally separating from Michael Darby, allegedly. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for everyone that sent in the super chat. Thank you to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. We appreciate you supporting the channel and keeping the lights on here. And thank you to our moderators. Don't forget to show love to each other and to our moderators. I'll see you guys later. Let me get out of here. Hold on, y'all. Thank you, Dasha, for pointing that out. We had over 400 people in the room like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. This is why we say it so much, because people watch and enjoy, and then they forget to like. Like the video, support our channel by doing so. Thank you in advance. Bye.